Hello there, it's Francis Obasogye here from My Pay Packet TV. Now today I'm going to be sharing with you something which is of immense importance and benefit, to internet marketers and home business entrepreneurs. Now, even if you do have your own brick and mortar business out there somewhere on the high street, this is going to be beneficial to you as well, as I am going to be speaking about traffic generation and lead conversion. Traffic generation and lead conversion. Just a brief history about myself, or a brief story about myself. I have been, on the internet, for I have been on the internet since 2001, running my own business. And since 2007, I have been running my own solo ad business, or e-blast business, as some of you might know it as. It's something that is an area I'm passionate about. It's an area I can actually deliver on, as it were, when it comes to passing on relevant information to you. And that is exactly what I intend even to do today. Like I say, I have been running my own internet business since 2001, and I would say a whole lot of things have changed, in this internet marketing space since then. But we're going to be sharing today, what is, on the cutting edge, as it were. I am going to be considering, two ways of generating traffic to your website or to your affiliate product. Even today, I'll be looking to share some other ways of doing that in the next coming couple of videos I will be doing on this same subject. But today I'm going to be considering solo ads campaign, and also blogging. But I'd like to start off, even by considering, blogging. One of the ways of actually driving traffic to your site is by blogging. As simple as that. Now, it is the case that, there are some skills required even to actually, use that method successfully. A skill which not everybody has. I mean, there are a number of people out there today blogging, and by blogging, I'm not talking of posting, tweets or posting, comments on Facebook. I'm talking of blogging, having a blogging site, whereby you actually, are committed even to treating it, perhaps as a hobby or perhaps as a business. So blogging is one important way of driving traffic to your site. And when it comes to using this method to drive traffic to your site or to your affiliate product and service, I would recommend you blog at least 3 times a week. I would recommend you blog at least 3 times a week. Now, the reason being is that you want to be that you're able to get the traffic in from various using various keywords. That is a keyword by itself. You want to be able to write, as it were, post a whole number of blogs on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis on your site, whereby because of the keywords you've used, you are able to bring in many people or many eyes to your blog. So that is of vital importance. Like I say, there are lots of bloggers out there today, as it were, even competing, to have a share of a share of the cake, a slice of the pie, as it were. Lots of people today, I'm sure, I'm sure you, even you watching today, you do use Google and other search engines. You want to be that when people, type in some keywords which are relevant to your business, your site is one of those that come up. Now, there are over 250 million websites out there today. Not everybody is going to be on page 1 of Google. Not everybody is even going to be on page 2. But to actually, be successful with regards to driving traffic to your site and, being able to make a living from blogging, you really want to be on page 1 of Google. In fact, somebody once said, if you want to hide something from people, put it on page 2 of Google. And I do understand why he said that. Do you know statistics also shows that 50% of those who actually visit the search engines, basically, would only consider the first 5 links. So you can see it's of vital importance to actually rank on page 1 of Google, even if you can. But this is something that I teach, my clients, and something I teach, my paid members of my team. So obviously there's so much I can actually say here, on this video, because there isn't much time for to actually cover all of it, and also because it would be unfair on my clients and members of my team who are paying dollars, even to have me teach them that, if I was to give this to you free of charge. I'm sure you understand that yourself. So if you nevertheless want to know more about blogging, I encourage you to click on a link on this page. I'm not quite sure where you're watching this, if you're watching it on YouTube or any other video distribution website. I'm not sure if you're watching it on my own website, but no matter where you're watching it, you probably would see the web address on the screen. Go and click on it and leave your name and email address, and we'll be in touch with you, even to begin to see what your needs are. If there are any questions, feel free to actually send them through as well. But coming back to our topic for the day, some of the ways of driving traffic to your website. We are considering blogging, and like I said a while ago, there are at least 250 million websites out there. So it's going to be a lot of hard work to actually get your site ranking on page 1 or page 2. Yes, some people might even consider going to page 2 of Google or any other website, but that is the way it is. Now, the second way of before I go to the second reason, for a second way to drive traffic to your website, I also like to consider the fact that when it comes to blogging, you would obviously need to have a website, either your own website or blog site, as it were, or you get one you can actually plug into. I would say if you're starting off, that would be the best option, to find a blogging platform or a blogging platform, as it were, that you can actually plug into to begin to post your blogs, and hopefully begin to use that as a way of promoting your affiliate product if the company or the business opportunity you are with do not provide their own website or their own blog for the affiliates. Now the other way of actually doing it is to own your own website. There are lots of blogging platforms out there today, but if you wanted to do it another way, you need to basically get your own domain name or web address. You need to get a web hosting company that will host your site, and obviously if you're not able to design websites yourself, you would then also need to get people or a web developer or designer to actually design that for you. I know this area very well because around about 2001 or thereabout, when I started my business, it was the case that I did a short course at the university and basically came out straight and started my own company. It was an exciting time. It was a wonderful time. There I was inexperienced, started my own web design company, employed 1 or 2 designers and developers, and started the business. But we rarely do that these days though, so please don't contact me about that. We rarely do that. We are very selective now as to what jobs, design jobs, and web design and web development jobs we do. But nevertheless, you would either need to have your own web site, or you plug into one that is ready made. There are many of them out there today. Basically you could decide to go with bloggers.com, which is owned by Google. You could decide to go with blogspot.co.uk, or perhaps WordPress, which is very popular. When it comes to WordPress, there is the wordpress.com and there is wordpress.org, wordpress.com and .org. Now, if you're looking to go that way, whereby it is the case that you're just starting off, perhaps you want to save some money, or you don't have the money, or you don't have the experience of blogging, I would recommend go that way. You could start with wordpress.org, because they are the only ones, as it were, who will allow you market affiliate products on their blogging platform. Not so much WordPress.com, the same company, but different platforms. But WordPress.org would allow you can actually download and install a software into your own server, which you would have to get from somewhere, somewhere somehow, download and plug it in, and obviously begin to do your business, post your blogs on there. But then you need a bit more experience. It's not so much of a difficult thing to do if only you have somebody to put you through. That is something we do. So if you're wanting us to help you with that, obviously contact us, and we'll basically see how we take it from there. Now, it is also the case that another way of driving traffic to your website, apart from blogging, by way of blogging, another way of driving traffic to your website is by running solo ad campaigns. And you might be wondering, what is a solo ad? A solo ad basically is, it's also known as an e-blast. It's either called solo ads or e-blast, depending on who perhaps and who you're dealing with, or perhaps what community you belong to. It is the case that I, in 2007 or thereabout, I started my own e-blast company, my own solo ad agency, if you like. If you Google my name if you Google my name or search the internet today, there are lots of pages, that talk about, me, and obviously my business, my company, as it were. So around about 2007, I started my, e-blast business, and, it has literally grown now, whereby, it has grown into a full-blown media company, but e-blast service, myself providing e-blast service is something, one of the things I do primarily. Obviously, I train people with regards to internet marketing as well. So I can actually bring a lot of value, even to you, even as, it relates to this particular area. So if you want to drive traffic to your website or to your affiliate product, you could go by the way of blogging, which obviously takes a longer time. It doesn't necessarily have to be long. There are skills and tools you could use to speed things up, but it takes longer than, if you were to go the way of solo ads. A solo ad, even like I was trying to say a while ago, is basically you approaching me, someone like myself who's got a huge mailing list, a large mailing list, to send out, a link you provide, a web address you provide, or a link, an affiliate link, to some people on my database. It could be that you approach me saying, do you mind sending it out to some people on your database, or perhaps the whole of your database? Like I say, even with regards to the community, it depends on the community. Some communities, the Christian community that I serve, for instance, it's usually the case that I would send out an e-blast or a solo ad, to maybe 10,000 people, 15,000 people, or you could be asked to send it to about 50,000 people, as the case may be. But even as it relates to internet marketers, affiliate marketers, and home business entrepreneurs, usually it will be the case that they want you to send out their link to a certain number of people, whereby you guarantee 100 clicks, or perhaps 50 clicks, 500 clicks, and so forth. So it is done differently, but it's basically the same principle or approach. You're basically approaching somebody. It's a paid service, mind you. You're basically approaching somebody, a solo ad vendor or an e-blast provider, to send out your link, your web address, to those on his mailing list, and obviously you pay him for that. So that is the quicker way of doing it. In fact, perhaps the quickest way of driving traffic to your website. So I would like to even say at this time, let me see if there's anything else I need to cover even for today. But obviously, this is one of the videos. Subsequent videos, I will say a lot more about solo ads. In fact, I'm looking at the situation whereby I would actually share my screen with you, whereby you would see me go from page to page and explain various things even on the screen. So if you haven't subscribed to this to receive my videos, I would encourage you even to click on the subscribe button if you are on YouTube or on any other video distribution website. If you're on my website, obviously that is even better. Look for the link for subscribing to my newsletters, which I will send to you regularly. Obviously, I won't spam you and I won't sell on your email address. Privacy is of utmost importance to me. So click on the button and add your name and email address, and we will begin to explain to you, or you begin to receive more of our videos, and you can get to join even my team. Hey, until next time, I would encourage you to go for it. The only way you can achieve success in life is to go for what you desire. God bless.